wake up. I don't wanna make my bed, I'll save up all my energy. Instead, you take up all the energy I have inside. And I can't find a way to just ignore it. And I can't really take it anymore, 'cause I can't stop you from running around through my mind. Won't stop running, never will. I'll take some melatonin pills this time.
Hi guys, good morning. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time you're seeing me, thank you so much for clicking on this video and wanting to watch more. And if you're a returning subscriber, I have nothing but huge love for you. Thank you so much for all the support you've shown on my channel. This year, it has been so great getting to know a lot of you on this channel. Thank you so much for watching my video continuously and supporting me the way you do. And if you're a new subscriber or a new viewer, I'd like to take a very quick moment to introduce myself. My name is Adobe Okonkwo-Abakoro. I am a Nigerian content creator who lives and works from Dallas, Texas. I work remotely as a product marketing manager at a tech company, and I absolutely love my job. In today's video, I am going to be taking a deep dive into how I am setting goals for 2024, reflecting on 2023, giving you a quick highlight of all the top major things that happened to me in 2023, and just showing you guys how I plan on prioritizing myself, or telling you guys how I plan on prioritizing myself and being extremely selfish with my time for myself as I go into 2024. If that's something that sounds interesting to you and you'd like to watch, then definitely keep on watching. But don't forget to subscribe for more in the future. While you're doing that, make sure to turn on the post notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos from me. Let's get started. To sort of set a quick agenda for today, we're going to be starting off with what was our word for 2023, what were the key highlights, and just a quick recap of all the major milestones that happened in 2023. And then I'll be reflecting on my goals for 2023, because remember, we did set some goals just before we started the year. Once we're done with that, I'll be telling you guys my word for 2024, and then I'll be showing you guys the goals that I've set for 2024. If that sounds interesting to you, then definitely keep on watching. Let's take a very quick sip of our coffee. It's like literally. Just a quick aside, if you are not already adding oat milk to your coffee in addition to your regular creamer, you're definitely missing out. This literally tastes, love it. My word for 2023 was just do it. And I chose this word because in 2022, even though I'm not a huge procrastinator, there were a few things that I kept on pushing just because I was either too scared to do them, to be honest, or just because maybe I didn't have the money to do it, or maybe I was not in the right place to do it. And then going into 2023, I set my word to be just do it, just because I wanted this mental reminder that anything that I want or that I want to try out, I should just do it, as long as it's not breaking the bank or is not affecting somebody else negatively. So that was my word for 2023, and I can say confidently that I was true to it. I'll think about something like right now, and then next week I'm already like making preparations to get it done. An example was my real estate license. I don't know who I was chatting with about how I wanted a second source of income, and that since I moved to Dallas, Texas, it has been so hard getting makeup clients or even hair clients. So I wanted to try out something else. And they told me, you know, why don't you think about real estate? I then started thinking about it, and I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. I started doing research, and before you knew it, I already paid for my lessons, and I'm currently taking the classes now. So that is just an example of how powerful setting a word at the beginning of the year is. It just gives you that mental reminder that, girl, remember what you said, remember your word, just do it. Now that I've dissected my word for the year, I'm going to be going on to talk about key highlights in 2023. I am so excited to talk about this because I feel like I had a good balance of good and bad. And of course, nothing in life is ever perfect. So you want to also celebrate your wins, your losses, and all of that. And for your losses, you just take it, consider it as life lessons. You learn from them and you keep it moving. I've had to learn early in my career that I should not be scared of failure. Failure is just a huge part of the experience of life experiences. And the major thing you need to take away is when you fail, you should be excited to fail. Because I realized that because I was so scared to fail, I would always procrastinate doing things because I didn't want to do it and it's not perfect. So I don't want to do it and fail and then have people laugh at me. But now I'm so excited to try so many things and not even thinking about whether I fail or not. And if I fail, I always see it as a good opportunity for me to then take those learnings from my failure and just make it better than the next time I'm working on something similar. Quick recap of how my 2023 went. The very first thing was I completed my MBA. For those of you who don't know, I was doing my MBA at Housing School of Management, University of Minnesota, which was where we used to live. And that was a program that lasted for 2 years. The first year was so stressful. You guys already saw it in my video. It was so stressful. I took all of my classes in the first term so I could have my second semester like free and just focus on other things that I wanted to do, especially because I knew we're going to move. So I wanted to just set that time to focus on other aspects of my life. I learned a lot. I feel like I always describe an MBA situation with this analogy of a scene in SpongeBob SquarePants where Patrick, you know, we all know that Patrick is like a goofy boy and he's not smart. He's not the smartest, you know. So, but suddenly he started reading and studying. There was a particular scene now and his head just kept expanding and expanding. So it just felt like I was a dry sponge. And then when I went through my MBA, they literally just dipped me in the water of knowledge and I just started absorbing as much as I could. That's the way I would describe it. If anybody's asking me if they should do an MBA, because I've gotten a lot of people reach out to me via LinkedIn, you know, masters or an MBA. I already have a detailed video talking about that. I'm going to link it in the description box, but I would definitely say an MBA is a better route if there are certain things you want to achieve. I graduated finally May 8th of 2023. I can never forget the date because in my heart. I took pictures. I'm going to insert pictures here. It just gave me a huge sense of accomplishment. I felt that way because I never really thought that I would ever get to this stage in life. I never thought I would be able to do my master's. I never thought I would be able to get the kind of job that I have now. I never thought I would be where I'm at right now. So whenever I remember all of those things, I'm just so grateful because it just goes to show that nothing is impossible. You just have to set your mind to it, be determined, and literally you achieve everything you set your mind to. Just a quick motivation there. So I graduated May 8th, 2023. And right after that, my husband threw me a graduation party, which was absolutely amazing. It was a great party. I celebrated with friends and family. I feel like that was the first time in my whole life that people were spraying money on me. So it felt good to collect free cash. I'm not going to lie. And then right after that, we moved to Dallas, Texas. I actually moved to Dallas, Texas first. I came in to set up the house and make sure everything was delivered because we did hire a mover to move our things here to Dallas, Texas. That takes us to, after the moving, we got a new home in Dallas, Texas, a house. Absolutely gorgeous. I feel like it checked all the boxes in terms of how I wanted my future home to be. So I haven't unfortunately uploaded a house tour. I promise you, I am trying to get through it. I just feel like at that moment I was going through stuff and I just had to take a pause and have them. I just need to edit them. But quite honestly, I don't know if I'll be able to go back and edit them because of course like time has gone. Yeah, don't worry about it. If I change my mind, you guys are going to see it up there. And then I got a job. I mean, I've had the job since 1 year. I just needed to complete my MBA. I started working as a product marketing manager at a tech company. I like to keep like things that are as serious as that, like hush hush, except maybe you came across it somehow. But I'm eternally grateful for that opportunity. I never imagined that I would ever be working at a company as big as that. I remember when I started my MBA, I had like a list of companies, and if I can find it on my Canva, I'm going to put it on the screen here. And this was before I started my MBA, right when I was researching MBA schools. I told God, I created that Canva vision board of companies that I wanted to work in. I had Apple, I had Pepsi, I had Microsoft, I had all the major brands. And I told God, you see these companies that I have on this paper, please do your work. And God definitely came through. I am so grateful for this job opportunity. So I start off as a rotation. So I go through 3 different roles, 3 different teams. And then by next year, June, July, I'll be getting a landing role. A landing role basically means like my forever role. So that will be a more permanent role where I'll be working like till further notice or until I say I want to change my role or gain additional experiences. So just something to note that I just wanted to say. One other thing that I did that I've always wanted to do was I usually don't like saying all these milestones publicly because I'm a very, like, I believe in evil eye or bad eye. So I always just hush until everything is completely done. And then I share with you guys, because even though you don't mean bad, but like maybe when you just, maybe out of jealousy or just, I don't know, it just enters the universe and then it just like flows down. So that's something that I'll always advise people to do. Don't always broadcast everything that happens in your life. Few things should be private, you know, because you never really know who's watching or listening. Those are like quick highlights in my life. All of these things were all awesome things that happened in my life. But don't be fooled. I also had like stuff that I was going through personally that I don't want to share with you guys, but you know, it's not always rosy, you know, like you see that I'm saying, oh, moved, I did this, I did that, you know, it wasn't perfect. There were hiccups along the way. So of course, nobody's going to come out and like really talk about the bad side, but I want you guys to know that I've had my fair share of I've had my fair share of those kind of stuff this year. I want you guys to know that it's not just good stuff. It's always, I don't want to say it's balanced, but you plan your life and you say, this is how you want your life to go. And then surprises come along the way that you never really expected. And you just have to walk around it. And that's why we're humans. We're supposed to adapt. We're supposed to be very flexible. No plan is ever permanent. You just have to keep an open mind about, you know, how you want to live your life. Okay, so I feel like I talked a lot and said a bunch of stuff, but I hope you guys were able to get the whole gist. So let me know in the comment section, how did 2023 go for you? What were the key highlights? What were the key learnings for you? Speaking of, so I told you guys the words that I set for 2023. The word that I had set was just do it. And I already talked about it. If you want to rewatch it, just, you know, go back to the beginning. But let's take a deep dive on our goals. I'm going to put a screenshot somewhere here or here so you guys can see and follow along. But the very first goal that I had here was to lose 50 pounds by my birthday, June 9th. No, I did not meet the goal, but I did make progress, and that is the most important thing. When I started my fitness journey, I was at 233 pounds. And when I checked this morning, and today being December 27th, I am now weighing 205, which is awesome. I want to also just share with you guys what I've been doing all of that period. So I did consistently go to the gym to work out. I initially started I was just doing cardio. I was doing 12, 3, 30. So incline at 12, speed at 3 for 30 minutes. And then I started doing strength training, and I absolutely love strength training because I feel like it was a huge, it just made me look good and feel good and like feel very strong. And then I'll wrap it up with cardio. And days when I'm too tired, I'll just stop at strength training, maybe do 5 minutes on the treadmill and then head back home. I never did dieting. I ate like whatever I wanted to eat, but of course I was mindful of not eating late all the time, so that definitely helped. I feel like if I had dieted, I would have lost a lot more pounds. This year too, while I was going through my stuff, that made me shed like a lot of pounds because I wasn't really eating. I didn't have appetite for anything. And then towards the end, I went to my physician and I told him, because my BMI is actually obese, so there's overweight and there's obese, and how they calculate that is your weight versus your height. And I'm 5'7". I used to think I was 5'9", but yeah, I confirmed I'm 5'7", 8". And then your weight, you know, they'll calculate that BMI is somewhere around 31, 32, which is obese. I then told him that I seriously want to do some weight loss medication. So he prescribed Wegovy. Wegovy is similar to Ozempic, but Ozempic is sold out everywhere. Wegovy was also sold out everywhere. It was so hard to get one. So we had to change the prescription to Contrain. Contrave, how Contrave basically works, it suppresses hunger and helps you avoid eating a lot, which is not something I really struggle with because I don't feel like I eat a lot. But so far, since I started using it for 2 weeks now, I think I've lost 2 pounds. And I wouldn't really, it's hard to tell if I'm like associating it to the Contrave. But one thing I would like to highlight is for the past 2-3 weeks, I haven't gone to the gym. So to be able to lose 2 pounds, I feel like the medication is working. I do not recommend you going to a pharmacy and buying weight loss medications. You have to go to a physician, your primary care provider, and let them recommend the right medication for you based on all of the tests. So I had to do a couple of tests and blood work before that was prescribed. So just something to know. But yes, I didn't meet my 50 pounds, but I did make progress. I feel like in total, I lost 26 pounds, which is awesome. And I wasn't really expecting to lose that much weight, but I made progress. So I'm going to give it to myself because again, it's all about making progress. It's not about taking off the list. It's about making progress towards that. The second thing here was to complete my personal branding. And when I had this, I was thinking more so having a book, writing a book for product marketing. I never got a chance to do that. There was no time to do that. So yeah, I wouldn't give that to myself because I feel like right now I'm still trying to figure out who I am, my purpose, like what am I supposed to really do? I have this many thousand things that I'm interested in: real estate, product marketing, makeup, hair. Like I just feel like I'm into so many things that I need to really hone down and figure out which one do I absolutely love the most and how can I monetize that. So that's something that I wasn't able to do this year. The third thing here was to post consistently twice weekly. I did that for consistently until, when I just feel like there was a time that I was just, not it at all. So that was when I took that long break from YouTube. But for the most part of it, I was pretty much consistent. I still am consistent. So I am going to go ahead and give myself a check for that. We opened my small businesses. So I had several: the hair, the makeup, the wholesale business. Right now I had to consolidate. Like I told you, since I moved to Dallas, I haven't had a client for makeup or hair, and I don't know why. So I need to explore some more marketing tactics. So far, I have put like flyers on the mailbox. That did not work. I've tried to sign up my business on Google My Business page. They're asking me to have a store before they can verify me, which is just ridiculous because I only have a home studio where I service my clients. So I'm not going to check that because obviously I didn't achieve that. The next thing here was to get monetized on YouTube. Oh my goodness, I felt like I was going to meet this goal in 2023. I was looking forward to achieving it in 2023, but unfortunately I wasn't able to do this, and I don't know, it is what it is. So I'm going to take this goal into 2024, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I get monetized in 2024, which is great. So thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed to this channel. You guys are literally the best. Okay, now the next thing here was to sponsor a vacation for my mom. I started working mid this year, so towards Q3 of this year. I wasn't able to do this, but however, I was able to celebrate my mom's birthday. So we had like a nice power around, like saxophone guys, got her a gift, like money bouquet. It was really, really nice. I'm gonna try to insert a picture here, but she absolutely loved it. I don't think she's ever had like somebody else celebrate her birthday for her. So I'm just glad that I'm in a position where I can do something as significant as that for my mom. Prayer weekly. So I did this to an extent, but I wouldn't say I was pretty much consistent. I tried my best to like have meditations, but to be honest, I didn't make much progress. And then when I was really in a dark place this year, I was hoping to God, to just like, make me feel better and all of that. I think I held on, and then at some point I just like gave up because I just felt like he wasn't listening. But now I'm in a good place with God. I try to say my prayers whenever I remember, go to bed or something like that. The next thing I had here was self-cation. I really wanted to do this, and when I put this here, I was talking about like doing a solo travel. I don't think I've ever traveled alone. I don't think it's something that I would enjoy because I haven't done it before, but I feel like if I go to a bougie nice resort, I probably would enjoy it. Just stay in the room, have like room service, come, go to the beach. I feel like I would enjoy something like that. But to travel and start walking around the whole I don't think that's my vibe. But hopefully going into 2024, I am hoping to do at least one solo travel, because the goal is for me to start doing things that I enjoy, things that I can do alone, start enjoying spending time alone with myself. Okay, so make new friends. I made new friends this year. I'm so grateful for all the friends that I made this year and the ones that I've had that have been super supportive and just been there. But one thing I also want to highlight here is, every year I make this goal, make new friends. It's not easy, to make new friends. I feel like some friends, at least most of the friends that I've had in the past, they were just like parasites, to be honest. They just suck and suck and suck and take from you until you literally have nothing else to give. And I don't feel like it's a symbiotic relationship where you're taking from me, I'm also taking from you. I feel like whenever it's now time for me to ask them for help, they either disappear or make up excuses. But when they ask me for help, I'm like always there. I come through. Going into the 2024, I'm gonna like start cutting out. I do it. So don't even get me wrong. I like if you start giving me negative energy like this, or like, no, see, I feel like I'm in late 20s and I don't have time to be playing kindergarten games with girls or women. Like, if you want to be friends, let's be friends. But if you don't want to be friends, like, keep all your negative vibe and negative energy away from you. And I probably would just distance myself from you, to be honest. So yes, I want to make new friends, but I always purposefully keep my circle really small, just because all the people that I've let into my circle, well, most of them always end up fucking up. So I just do that to protect myself. Like, I literally treat them as sisters, and most times they take that for granted and they take advantage of that and then fuck me up. So I always try to avoid that happening. All my guy friends, they're like just straightforward, no issues whatsoever. But you see, women. Now, the next goal I had here was to get LASIK eye surgery. Believe me, I was this close to doing it. And then I started doing research and I started thinking, what's the worst case scenario? Worst case scenario, I can't see anymore. That is a huge one. Like, I still want to be able to see. And the answer was no. So at that point, I decided to postpone it. Initially, I postponed it because I wanted my workplace to pay for it. But then I started and I still didn't go and do it. Now that technology is continuously advancing, I feel like now they would probably have better stuff to treat, like the eye stuff. So I would be exploring it in 2024, but I don't think it's something that I plan to do, at least short term. Let me have kids, let me live my life, and then if I go blind, I know that at least I would have been old, I'll be in retirement, somebody will be taking care of me. I don't need to do a lot of work, but now I really need my eyes. So that's why I didn't do that. The next goal here was to save $50,000. I thought I was going to be able to save this because my sign-on bonus and then starting work, I thought this would be easy. It wasn't easy because, like I said, I had many other things that I was working on. Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to save $50,000. That's a huge amount of money. Now, the next thing here I had was to get my first investment property. When I was putting this, I was thinking more so like having a triplex or a duplex here in the US. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do this. I was God seeing us through, we'll be able to achieve that. Those were all the goals that I had planned, guys. I am so freaking excited about the year. I am grateful for all of the experiences and all of the events that happened this year. I felt like they all made me stronger. They all helped me prioritize and know exactly what was important in my life. So I do not take even the negative events lightly, but it's all part of life, so you just gotta like learn from them and just keep moving, because time waits for nobody. Life waits for nobody. Life is not going to say, okay, take 2 years to recover. People are going to keep living. So you just have to put on your big girl pants and just learn from it and keep it moving. Now, with that said, let's do a very quick summary of some of the lessons that I've learned in 2023 before we go into 2024 planning, okay? The first thing I would like to say is you should be open-minded. Don't just have goals and say you have to like check them. I'm a huge planner. When things don't go my way, it drives me nuts. It's not because I have OCD. Nope. I just like going according to plan, but I am flexible. But there are certain things that I'm not flexible on. So going into the year, I have planned my whole year. You guys saw now, like I mapped it out and that threw me off my balance. But I feel like you should always go into the new year with an open mind, because you never really know what's going to happen. You never really know what life has in stock for you. So you just gotta think about it as a lesson and hope that, you're able to get through it. So like I said, keep an open mind, be prayerful, because, everything has already been written by God. The next thing I would like to say is this year I truly understood the importance of going through therapy. You shouldn't wait until something bad happens for you to go through therapy. It's such an important part of our mental life. Just being an adult self can drive somebody nuts. So you definitely need to like go through therapy. And I'm so grateful that the workplace that I'm working at, they provide that as an option for us. So it's one of our benefits, and I'm so grateful that I'm able to take advantage of that benefit to its maximums. If you're not already in therapy, I feel like you should at least do two, to just because we as human beings, we are going through so many stuff. We have like past traumas, we have things that have happened to us in the past that we are just carrying on our shoulders and just going through life day after day. You need somebody to tell you, give you a pat on the back that it's okay to shrug and let that burden like fall off. You don't have to carry it through life. You know, it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay that you're not perfect. You know, it's okay that things are not going according to your plan. I feel like you should definitely consider therapy, whatever stage of life you're currently at. The next thing I would like to talk about is the importance of having real friends. I would say, like I told you guys, I'm not a friend person. In fact, like if you see me, you would probably think I'm an uptight person. And that's because I always have my walls up, because, you know, friends have shown me shaking in the past. So I don't trust anybody. But there are times or moments in your life where you need people to rely on. So I truly appreciate all the friends that I've made this year, that have supported me throughout the year. Thank you so much. So make sure you have, even if it's one good friend that you have, make sure that that person is good and it's not somebody who would see you finish, in quotes, and then use whatever you've told them against you, or just like go gossiping about it or stuff like that. So you need to make sure that you're making the right type of friends that are adding value to you, and you're also adding value to a symbiotic relationship, not parasites, not a parasitic one where the person is just like sucking you dry. There are moments in life where you would feel like God is not there or God has abandoned you. Believe me, I felt that way several times. It almost made me question my faith and my belief, but I'm glad that I was able to just get through it, because there's nothing as much as, at the end of the day, God is the only person you can really trust. You can't really trust even your mother. You can't trust anybody, you know. So the only person you can trust is God. So you can't really do anything about it. I just want to tell you that He listens, He sees you, no matter what you're going through, no matter what struggle you're going through in life. He sees you. It's all part of His plan, and you're going to be all right, no matter what you're going through right now or what the situation is. I want you to know that it's not permanent. It will pass. You will get better. So be prayerful. Don't just abandon God because of maybe things are going well for you, or maybe things are going bad for you. Like, always keep Him, you know, by your side. So that's all I wanted to share in terms of learnings. I am going to go ahead and start talking about the goals that I've set for 2024. I am so excited to go into 2024 because, oh my gosh, this year has been it. Like, this year has just been, this year tested me as a person, as a strong faith believer. But I'm so glad to be entering 2024 because I feel like, I don't know, to be honest, I feel like this is the first time I'm going into a year, even though I have my goals, but I really don't know what's going to happen. Because if I've learned anything from this year, 2023, it's that anything can happen. Stuff can throw you off balance. So I really don't know what's going to happen in 2024, but I do have goals that I hope happen in 2024, and that's the most we can do in life. So let me know if there are other learnings that you've had in 2023 that you'd like to share with me or share with whoever is reading the comment section. Drop it down in the comment section, okay? I've come to the part where I'll be talking about my 2024 goals. I am so excited because I have so many things that I want to talk about. So before we get started, I'm going to put a screenshot of it here. In the meantime, I am going to be talking about my word for 2024. For 2024, my word for the year is peace. I say this because this year, at some point, I was in a really dark place. And going into 2024, I don't want to have any of that negativity anymore. I just want to have peace of mind, most importantly. I want to live life. I want to enjoy life. I want to live in the moment and not think about so much about the future. I feel like that's something I struggle with because as a huge planner, I like to plan literally my whole life way in advance. But like I said, this year has taught me that one needs to be adaptable and flexible. Life is not linear. Life is just like literally like a wave. So it's not straight line. There are ups and downs. So going into the new year, I just want to have peace of mind, enjoy life, prioritize myself first, be extremely selfish with my time, like no more investing in other people. I mean this like by every word. I want to invest more on myself, how I look, my appearance, how I feel mentally, physically, in every aspect. And a lot of the goals that you guys are going to hear me talk about would be in alignment with this word that I just talked about. So let's start off with our goals. I have stopped putting them into bucket. I don't know, I feel like whenever I have like buckets for my goals, I'm now tempted to add too much. Because let's say for personal I have 5, and then for physical, mental, or like health wise I only have 1. It then forces me to add more, and that's not always good because you then feel overwhelmed, and then you just get that sense that you have to achieve everything, and that's not the case. You don't have to achieve everything. You just need to make progress, and that's how life is. Despite that, I have gone ahead to just list them. I've listed them sort of in bucket like. So the first 2 would be health, and then you just go down the list like that, you'd see. So the first goal that I have here is maintain my healthy journey, and specifically I want to lose 30 pounds by the end of 2024. Right now I weigh 207, so that would mean that 30 would put me at 177 pounds, which seems impossible, but I mean this year I was able to lose 26 pounds, so most likely next year, you know, I just a little bit higher to 30, because the 50 was impossible. With the medication that I'm currently on and some of the other plans that I plan to take in 2024, I feel like I would be able to meet that weight loss goal. Second goal, I want to have 2 solo travels / vacation. So vacation basically means like travels with my husband. I feel like when we got married, we're on lockdown for the first 2 years of our marriage. I don't know where yet, but we'll figure it out. And I already have the set in motion. Then the next thing here is to get monetized on YouTube by the end of 2024. I feel like I'm so close to this that it will be my village people if I don't get monetized by the end of next year. And if I'm pretty consistent, I feel like I should be able to hit the 3,000 watch hours by the end of next year. So you guys should help a girl out, watch my videos to the end, share them with your friends. It definitely goes a long way, okay? The next thing here was a consideration that I've been thinking about. I've been working out consistently, and I feel like the biggest and hardest spot for me to reduce is my stomach, my tummy. And I understand that, like I told you guys, I wasn't dieting this year. Maybe if I dieted it would get better, but I feel like there are certain things that you won't be able to really build at the gym, and if you're able to, it probably will take you like a long time, like 5 years or like straight of working out consistently at the gym, which has made me to start considering getting a liposuction, which is a cosmetic surgery. For those of you who don't know what liposuction is, liposuction, I'm going to put a screenshot here, is where they basically take out the fat in certain specific areas, not specifically your front abdomen and your back up and your full back, and they just get rid of the fat. So I feel like that's going to help me, like motivate me a little bit more I'm already motivated to go to the gym, but I feel like it's going to help me achieve my abs goal quicker than anything. So yeah, I'm not asking you guys for your opinion on this. I know that a lot of people are like very sensitive when it comes to cosmetic surgery, but I feel like everybody has their own right to do whatever they want to do on their body as long as they've done their research. So I'm currently in the research stage, where I am trying to understand what it is, what are the various types, how can I make sure I don't have any negative stuff happening at the end. Now they have like technology, even like ultrasound, where they're able to like really specifically see where those fats are, and like they're able to suck them out. I have seen a lot of people's life change from just getting a liposuction. You know, they're able to achieve their weight loss journey even like faster. That's something I'm currently considering. Ultimately, I might not do it. It's left to me to make that decision. So that is what I plan to do in 2024. The next thing here is to post consistently 2 times weekly on my YouTube channel. I feel like I've been doing a great job of this, and it should be an easy pay. Next thing here is to save $20,000. I know that last year I tried to save $50,000. That did not happen. I'm going into 2024. I reduced it by more than half. So 20,000 I feel should be a good spot support if I am able to, like, I keep on working and I start saving, but I would just have to figure out my finances like real quick and figure out how I'll be able to save towards all of that. I'll figure it out, and if I'm unable to like realistically achieve that, I'll let you guys know at the end of 2024. The next thing here is make new friends. I already told you guys, I feel like at this point I should just take it off the list, but it's always nice to like go out and meet new people. I can be the life of the party if I want to, but most times I just like being on my own. Like I said, I've had like really bad experiences having friends, and I feel like many of them just always take and take and take from you. They never really want to ever give back to you. So I've learned that the hard way. But if you keep avoiding, you'll never really be able to make like good friends. So I want to make new friends. Would see how that goes, but it's not something I'm going to force, because like I said, I've passed that. Like in my late 20s, there's no time to be playing kindergarten games with girls. Like, you know, it's just very complicated, and it's like very hard work to become friends with women, because I always invest 100 plus into any relationship that I'm in. But I feel like most times people don't reciprocate that amount of dedication or commitment. So yeah, I'm having to like rethink all of that and like take a step back from being the committed one and just like allow it to happen organically if I'm going to make friends. Another thing I want to do is, no, now that one was 2023. Now we're talking 2024. Each year now, make new friends. Okay, here, the 8th goal that I have here is to buy a triplex or a duplex here in the US by the end of December. Like I told you guys, this is something I'm hugely considering, just because I love money. So anything that will be giving me extra cash, I'm like, count me in. So I just need to do research. Like I told you guys, I'm actually going to put that on hold until I get my real estate license, because once I get my real estate license, going through the coursework and taking the exam, I'm like actually understanding the real estate landscape. When it's now time for me to buy that property, I can actually be paying myself commission, because I'll be my own agent, if that makes sense, instead of paying somebody else that amount. So something to keep in mind. So that's why I'm prioritizing my real estate license first and then getting the triplex right after. The next thing here is to spend time with my sister and mom. I plan on spending time with them, just chilling with them, because I've actually missed them. The next thing here is buy something really nice for myself at the end of the year. I don't know yet. I've been I don't know, maybe a Tesla or a Benz, but I feel like those ones are too expensive. But what I meant by this is like a designer bag, like something nice. I love gadgets. I love gadgets and everything that has to do with like tech stuff, right? The next thing I would like to also say regarding this one is maybe it could even be like a tech stuff. I don't know, just buy something nice. My definition of nice would be different from somebody else. For somebody else, it might be like a Tesla. For me, it might just be like maybe buying a drone or buying a designer bag that I've been eyeing. Now, I also want to start investing in good pieces. You guys know I'm a huge Shein girl. I always buy all my stuff from Shein and then maybe Zara when I want to spend it extra money. But now I want to start buying stuff that are quality, that would last through the time, because I find that Shein stuff, you wear it the first time, it looks good, and by the time you wear it like second week, it's like, okay, the material is already fading. It's not as great as the first time you wore it anymore. So I want to avoid that. So I'm going to start investing in good pieces, like nice heels, stuff like that. I want to start prioritizing the way I look, the way I feel going into 2024. The next thing here is to do 2 hobbies or 2 passion projects. Guys, when I was in secondary school and university, well, secondary school mostly, I was such a huge creative girl. I love doing stuff. I was just into 1001 things. And since I came to the US, it has just been work. I want to start going back to my roots and like exploring the things that I used to enjoy doing back then. Believe it or not, I was really great at drawing. I was also really good at painting. So I want to like painting or drawing or even poetry or taking a cooking class, just something nice, or even golfing. Golfing was something I wanted to do this year that I've been saying I want to do, but I never did. Of course, here I have getting my Texas real estate license. That would mean the world to me. But you see that course that I'm going through, oh my god, it is taking more than forever to get through it, because it's just a lot of materials. And now I'm just beating myself up that I could have just gone to the actual school where I would have just gone through like 3 months and I'm done. They would teach me, it will enter. But now that it's soft and I'm having to do that with work and like YouTube, it's like more stressful. So should you ever decide that you want to do one, I would suggest you go in person. Finally, I told you guys that I'm currently in a rotation program. By next year July, whereby I'll be getting a landing role at my workplace. So I want to make sure by even beginning of this year, I have a somewhat as a mentor, a lady that I see as a mentor who is going to be helping me like really find my passion in marketing. Marketing is so huge. There's so many things involved. I enjoy every aspect of marketing, but I want to find out which one do I enjoy the most so I can target my efforts into getting a landing role in that area. The last thing I want to ever do is be in a role or in a job where I hate, or that I wake up in the morning and I'm not feeling motivated, or I just, when I think of work, I just roll my eyes. No, I want to be in a job where I wake up like really motivated. Yeah, that's something that I seriously want to consider. One thing I don't have here is like taking care of myself. See, when I say taking care of myself, like I want to start buying nice stuff for myself, making sure I'm going religiously for my waxing stuff. Even like I want to stop spending a lot of money like going and doing these things by people, by like doing it myself. So for example, my nails now, I want to learn how to do them myself. So every week or every 2 weeks, I'm able to change it, look good, look presentable. So that's the goal for me. Come to the end of today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video. It was so great making this video for you all. I hope you one or two things that you picked up from this video and you found it super helpful. If you have goals already set for 2024, let me know down below and I'll be excited to read all your comments. If you found this video helpful, you enjoyed it, let me know what aspect of the video you really found useful or that you found relatable. On to my next one, guys. I love you all. Stay safe. You need to self-prioritize. You need to self-prioritize. So that's something that I just wanted to add really quickly. It's okay to prioritize yourself. If you don't prioritize yourself, nobody will ever prioritize you because they're all thinking about themselves and trying to figure out how they're going to get from you too. So to learn how to prioritize yourself, and yeah, everything's going to be fine. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. I truly enjoyed making this video. Thank you guys for the support. I hope you all subscribe if you're not already subscribed. On to my next one, guys. Love you all. Bye.